Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is a graceful moment from Matthew 16:24. Matthew 16:24 reads, "Then Jesus told his disciples, 'If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.'" Before I became a missionary in 2015 with World Venture, I never thought about the words "follow me." In fact, like a lot of you, I probably took it for granted. I served, yes, even when I wasn't a believer. I read my Bible as I became a new believer, and I still read my Bible today. Yet taking those steps into an unknown future in 2015 gave me a whole new perspective on the words, "follow me." It was scary to take up a whole new mantle of responsibility and risk, to live out my belief in such an active way, which, as you know, being an active Christian means also being a target. I also faced my own insecurity, and sometimes that's even scarier. In recent years, I've been doing some live streams, or what you might call podcasts, for World Venture on the topic of risk and risk aversion. So being risk averse refers to the tendency to avoid risk. In the Chronological Bible on page 1088, the publisher writes, "The cross would confront their commitment to self-preservation." I want to repeat that because it's important. The cross would confront their commitment to self-preservation. Self-preservation is the instinctive and conscious drive to protect oneself from physical, emotional, and psychological harm. In the context of the above quote, it follows several scripture pieces, including Peter's denial and the sheep scattering. Mark 14:27 of the NLT reads, "On the way, Jesus told them, 'All of you will desert me, for the scriptures say, God will strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered.'" Moments of self-preservation that would be forgiven by Jesus. In fact, one of our guests on the live streams turned the topic of risk upside down and made me look at risk in a whole different way. What if the greater risk was not in saying yes to do something risky, but instead it was saying no to God's leading in our own lives? Another word for that would be disobedience. Self-preservation, comfort zones can be their own prisons, and you miss out on so much growth when you commit to self-preservation. Note what it says in the beginning scripture that I read. I shared the words, "deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me." Following Jesus has always had a cost, but considering what Jesus paid for us, doesn't it kind of feel like a small cost? Maybe you shared your testimony with someone and you're suffering a bit of embarrassment because they rejected it. But you should be glad that you took that risk. Learning how to fail well and learning to recognize the failure itself becomes a way for you to grow is also good because you took that risk. Finding a place in your local church to serve and fill a need, or even in missions, even if you are a bit afraid or insecure, that's also taking a good risk. What about investing time in that online conversation, even if you have a million things going on, even if you don't know how to answer their questions? That's a good risk to take. David Guzik wrote in his commentary on Matthew 16:24, "In these 20 centuries after Jesus, we have done a pretty good job in sanitizing and ritualizing the cross. Yet Jesus said something much like this: 'Walk down death road daily and follow me.' Taking up your cross wasn't a journey, it was a one-way trip. There was no return ticketing, and it was never a round trip." But there's a bigger question here. What is God asking you to do, and what is keeping you from doing it? What are you afraid of? What is stopping you from denying yourself, taking up your cross, and following Jesus in the plan he has for your life? I'm not going to give you any answers here. That's for you to work out, and I hope you do. I'm Nicole, and this has been a graceful moment sent from God to you.